Welcome to the Clean Slate with your hosts, Daniel Garza and Carson Phillips, providing you with movie news, reviews, and more. Sit back, relax, and don't forget to go to the concessions to get your popcorn and drinks. For your entertainment, this is the Clean Slate Podcast.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Clean Slate Podcast. I'm Carson Phillips. That dude over there is Daniel Garza. You are you. Yep, you're you.
Okay, guys, welcome back to the 31 Nights of Halloween. We have so many great movies for you guys this week. And this one we have is called Misery. This is the 15th. This is the start of the third week of our 31 Nights.
Wow.
So yeah, we've
made it, guys.
We have a classic for you guys in 1990. The movie is Misery, and directed by Rob Reiner, which, if you don't know,
isn't that crazy?
Yeah. I think it is.
Well, he did like Stand By Me. He did.
It's crazy that he's.
What else? He did
because I like
iconic movies.
Watch New Girl, and he plays.
He's
her name's
the dad.
So it's really funny that he's directing
Super
these
random,
crazy cool movies. Anyway,
yeah, cool guy.
All right, guys. Well, here's the logline for Misery. After a famous author is rescued from a car crash by a fan of his novels, he comes to realize that the care he is receiving is only the beginning of a nightmare of captivity and abuse.
I guess I forgot to mention he also directed Princess Bride.
Oh, okay.
I feel like that's a big one that we should have said.
I haven't seen it
before anything else. Wow.
Yeah, I know. My bad.
That feels like a Lambden movie.
I think it is, but I don't care.
Whoa, you hear that, Dan?
You hear that,
whoever, I don't think they watch
this. Definitely not watching these. So, okay, guys. So, quick little rundown of this movie is that James Caan, if you don't know who he is the dad in Elf. That's really only reason why I know him. He is this really famous writer who kind of writes these books that are like more so like I would say Twilight type books. They're
romance.
Yeah, they're really kind of just like they've captivated the
mass
world.
Entertainment.
But
for ladies,
for authors around the world, he's kind of not the greatest.
It's not what he wanted to do. He wanted to be like a legit. Yeah, literature,
literarian,
literarian.
So yeah, he finishes this book. He has this particular way of how he finishes a book. He goes out into the mountains. He writes it. Once he's done, he has like a cigarette, a bottle of wine or a glass of wine, and then so yeah, as he's going to deliver his final pages, he gets in a car accident. But then gets rescued by Kathy Bates, who is playing Annie Wilkes, who is his biggest fan. And as she nurses him back to health, you find out that she is, she's got some weird things. It's kind of like baby reindeer. She's got that going on for her. So
yeah, it has that same vibe.
Yeah, so she's very demanding. She wants different things written in the book, and she kind of keeps him there on really physical abusive ways to write this book, and he is trying to escape. So that's kind of it. Did I miss anything?
Did we mention this is Stephen King? Like this is a Stephen King adaptation?
Yeah, Stephen King and William
Which is
Goldman.
interesting because he's also an author, right?
Yeah.
So there's some interesting stuff. Like, is he comparing Kathy Bates' character to like his alcoholism? Maybe, perhaps, or to his fandom, maybe, perhaps. I haven't read the book, so I don't know, but I think there's something interesting there.
Okay, cool. So likes and dislikes on this movie. Was this your first watch, or have you seen this before?
I've seen it before. It's just been a very long time.
Yeah.
Like, I watched it probably with my dad as a kid.
Yeah. Okay.
So this was like definitely like it might have been edited in the form that I watched it because I watched a lot of these things like on TV where they like edit out whole scenes.
Yeah, no, for real.
This movie's terrifying, like genuinely scary. Oh, we didn't say how scary the last movie we watched was.
We haven't seen it for like the last 3 movies. Let's just go.
Oh crap, we're so bad.
4, 7, and 6.
Okay, that's fine. This is the scariest one to me. This is like a 9. This is absolutely horrifying.
I also think
film.
I just gave Alien
like if you put
a
yourself.
4.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's a 10 too.
Yeah, no, that's a 10.
But anyways, this is super intense. I love the intensity. I also like that there's this dynamic between the two. Like it's not always like, oh, you're trying to kill me or ruin my life.
Right.
They're like, he makes fun of her, or like he's sarcastic, and she does the same thing, and he kind of has this weird back and forth. And then even the side character of like the sheriff and his wife, who's also his deputy. I love them. Like they're so fun.
So
like,
funny.
They don't really do much to the plot, but like me and Alyssa the whole time we're like, that's us. And then something happens and we're both like, oh no.
Like, where's the sheriff? She's like, I don't know, he's probably out having an affair or something. And she's like, oh wait, no, here he is. It's like, what?
It's so funny, dude. It's so funny. And that really like there's a lot of levity in this film despite it being so dark. And I think really the dialogue is amazing. I mean, it comes from a book, so that makes sense. And maybe it would make an amazing play. Actually.
I was just about to say this would actually be a really cool stage play.
That would be really cool. There might already be one, but there's also some really good special effects. Like it's minimal. Like there's a gunshot scene that's looks insane. It's gross and awesome. Everything it needs to be. And then there's a scene involving ankles that is crazy. And this is another film where it's one location for the most part, and they create great intensity, but I just think the story for this one was probably the most interesting to me. And even like we pretend to call ourselves, creatives or whatever. Like there's some interesting stuff about like the creative process in this and like fandom. And that, so if you want to go deeper, you could analyze this in that way if you want to. I haven't had the time to do that, but I think you should if you watch this.
Sure. Yeah, I definitely agree with everything you said. I think it's such great storytelling. I think you give really good character depth for all of the different characters that there are, especially for the author. For Paul, his name is, and then Annie as well. You find out more about her, and then it just becomes more chilling. So like to your point, it is very, very scary. And then I actually, so this was kind of my first full watch in it. And it was, I would say, like, it lived up to the hype. Like, I saw this a couple of times, or like parts of it a couple of times when I was younger. My brother was like, he really loved this movie. But Family Guy also does an adaptation of this story, and it's so good. And Stewie is Annie Wilkes, and Brian is the author.
It's so good.
And it's just like, it's hilarious, but it hits all the points on this movie. But I think the biggest on this is it's a slow burn, I would say, but it like contrasting that idea is that it is like it has really deep intensity, and you really like kind of are strapped to the bed, like you're just like stuck in there, like, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen? How is she gonna, like, what is she gonna do next? Like, is his escape plan gonna work? Is this one gonna work? How is it going to? So many questions to ask, and I mean, ultimately, it's a really good like ending because
the payoff is so good. Too.
Because when he,
like you were saying,
when he escapes, like he still has the trauma of it, and it's really good.
It's so good.
It's really good. So I think this movie is a classic. It's one that will go down in like the horror history books, and being like,
and it's a classic for a reason.
Yeah,
like it's not like, oh, you have to watch this movie.
It's not like Citizen Kane where everybody says it's a classic and you should.
Whoa! I love that movie.
We need to talk about Citizen Kane because
not in Halloween time. I do want to say. If you guys have seen Castle Rock, that serves as a prequel to this. The second season does specifically, kind of.
Okay.
So if you're interested in more Annie Wilkes content, check it out. It's on Hulu. I love that show. So great for spooky season.
Yeah. I don't have any dislikes on this movie. I think it's like a perfect movie.
I don't either.
Like I would give this one a 9.5 out of 10. So
4.5 out of 5. Perfect movie, but
it's not. No movie can be perfect. So guys, go check out Misery. You can rent it, I believe, anywhere, but this one is a renter. So but that's gonna do it.
Buying it.
So that's gonna do it for. Oh wait, no, this is the end of week 2. My bad. Tomorrow's the start of week.
Oh, tomorrow's week 3. Oh, that's okay.
Anyway, guys, so we are doing this we're doing our podcast this way. We want to do video now, and we want you to see our faces, and we're going to do clips and all that type of stuff. So, guys, make sure you like and subscribe. Share our podcast with everybody out here. Give us feedback on what you want to watch and what you want us to review. And if you want to participate in it, go ahead. Leave us comments, and, maybe we can get you on an episode. But, guys,
build a community.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's build
Find a friend.
Slaters is what we call ourselves. So,
the cleaners.
Yeah, guys, we are only about halfway through with the Halloween movies. So we got a lot more movies to come, a lot more scary things to come. So yeah, we're really excited. Let us know how we're doing, and we will see you tomorrow for another 31 Nights of Horror Halloween stuff. Clean Slate.
That's a clean slate.